Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so good.
Okay, I'm still not sure about my Zoom setup, audio wise. So I hope I you can hear my voice good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good to hear.
Yeah, how are you?
Very good. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Rudy, and I'm really proud to have won your Christmas gift, your best Christmas gift that I hope will be in uh, in coming at home, because I really
Yeah,
want to get spin the vinyls. and um,
definitely.
and I'm also proud to say that fortunately I work for a dance electronic network in Italy called youBEAT, and
Nice.
I'm really proud to be here because this meet and greet will be also an interview, and I really need to tell you that it's just a lucky because it's completely random, the win of this meet and greet. And
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
uh,
good. That's cool to hear.
yeah, I'm so happy also because there's some stuff we are working on too, and we'll probably talk about later. But
Of course, of course.
I would really like to start with some question for you that we worked that they talked about also with your team, and I would like to start with a question about your performances, because you're an artist that performed a lot after the reopening, after the lockdowns, and you just finished a good tour in Brazil that I also see on your IG stories you enjoyed a lot. And I would like to understand your emotion about this return on the dance floor.
It's a lot of emotions. Because first of all, obviously happiness to tour again, and I was able to play to people again. Also, a little bit of anxiety because I have done it for such a long time. I didn't play, and I was actually very nervous every gig because I was afraid that I couldn't do it anymore as I did back in the day before COVID. Luckily, it's the same. It's exactly the same as it was before COVID. So the anxiety was short, and after, just happiness in general and thankfulness that I got to tour again, and I got to experience that again. And then I got to be in Brazil where it was possible to tour.
Yeah, that's why also because your unique signature sound is appreciated worldwide. And I would like to understand which are your best influences, because I and also the team in youBEAT, we thought you've got a various background, and I would like to know if you agree with this.
100%. If I look at what I play usually in my free time and where I get my inspiration from, it's not dance music. It's actually, I listen to bossa nova, I listen to jazz, I listen to soul music, I listen to classical rock. Actually, every genre there is. I have records that are interesting to me, and I have a vinyl collection at home that I collect albums that I think are interesting. And I try to get from every genre, like for instance, from jazz, I think the saxophone leads are very interesting. And I try to get that and combine it, for instance, with the rock guitar and chords from rock music, and try to make something new out of all these genres that I find interesting. So it's a very good question, and it's actually right on the nose. My inspiration is very, very, very diverse. So yeah.
Yeah, in this way, we feel what you told in your music, exactly what you told. And just for also for myself, I would like to know some names that are your best influences.
Ooh, I would have to say, if we're talking saxophone, like my two favorites of all time are Coleman Hawkins and Stan Getz. And I think writing wise and stuff, for me, I love Nina Simone. I love Amy Winehouse. But I also love the old stuff. I love the Beatles. I'm a real Beatles fan, and I love their chord progressions, for instance. So from every artist or every genre, I have something that I really love. So those are kind of my main people that I just dropped there. But there's obviously more. And also in dance music, I have heroes. Like for me, well, it's very a thing that every electronic artist would say, but Daft Punk, obviously. But also big fan of Moby. Like Moby is actually the one that makes one of the best albums ever for me, and I still listen to it to this day, and very unique and very melodic as well.
Yeah, I feel you for Moby so much. And in this way, as you are as an example, the contaminations are one of the new trend of this post-COVID era, but not just this. For example, are other times of changing. And that's why I would like to ask you this question, because the industry is evolving and is looking for new technologies, especially to grow and be a safe place for artists' rights. So I would like to your opinion about the blockchain applications on music rights, and also about this new music NFTs market that it's one of the main topic of this time.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm a fan of blockchain technology, and I'm a fan of, the way that you could use it, for instance, to sell tickets for your concert or to pay out royalties or whatever, because it's an automated kind of deal, and which makes it easy and not very sensitive to corruption. But I have to say, I'm not part of the whole NFT gang. Like I'm not a fan of NFTs, because I think you're talking about safety. I think it's very unsafe, the NFT world, because you can just, it's a wild west. It's a free for all. I can steal something from you and sell it as an NFT, and there's no judge, there's no institution. It's anarchy, basically, which I understand that people find that very nice, and they love it. But in the long run, it's one big like scam sensitive field where, I think 90% of people right now trying to invest their money in NFTs are getting scammed, and they don't know it. And there's a couple of like cool arts, digital arts sales and all that stuff, but most of it it's bullshit. It's also stolen stuff mostly, but there's no one that you can go to say, hey, he stole my NFT, because there's no judge or there's no right system. It's really so for me, NFTs is still, maybe it has potential in the future, but right now it's still missing a lot of things that needed to be a safe place. So I wouldn't trust my music rights on there, actually.
A good answer for me. I'm pretty agree with you, and especially because as you told, if we have some problems with blockchain or NFTs and we go in front of a judge, he or she probably laughs so much because he don't really know what we are talking about.
They look at the copyrights. That's a normal, in the real world, you have a copyright and you have ownership of art or whatever. And that's what the judge is going to look at, and not at an NFT certificate. It's nothing really. It's a made up thing, which is, it's cool to have. Maybe if you like it, buy one, but you can't claim anything with it.
We can move again on yourself and on your career now, because I would really understand something about your record label and company that is Big Top Amsterdam, that I would like also to say thanks so much to all your girls, Lobke and Carlotta, to be here, and for all the stuffs we're working on. And I would really like to understand how was born Big Top Amsterdam and which are the goals and project behind your record label.
Yeah, well, thank you for asking, and I will give your thanks to Lodewijk and Carlotta, and I'll tell them. Basically, Big Top was born out of the need for me. Like, I listen to new music every day. I go on internet and I discover new artists, and I want to help these new artists with sounds that I like and I think that are good, and I think they have a lot of talent to actually make the step to like making it their career. And even though right now every artist can upload their own song via TuneCore or any other aggregate on Spotify, I think the main thing, the hardest thing for an artist today is getting out of, to pop out and be unique in, I think it's like 50,000 releases a day now. How do you make yourself known, and how do you find people to actually listen to your music and give it a chance? And that's why we're trying to help with Big Top young developing artists to a bigger stage, and also invite them to play with me and to tour with me and to get them into the world and give them a shot at becoming more famous and more well known.
Yeah, a great aim for you and for your roster of artists. And I saw that for sure will take place some experiences with you playing in front of 1,000 people. And in more specific about yourself, we would like, and I would like really know after your release of The Spirit, if there's new music incoming or any big collab that you're working on. Because definitely I saw that you like collaborate, but not with so much big artists, because you prefer express yourself as 100%.
Yes, I'm also, I really like working on myself. I have a very specific sound and my own ideas of how I want the sound to become, but I do like working with other artists from other genres. Like the next single is going to be with a jazz artist, a jazz singer from Canada. And she's a really cool lady. And I actually approached her to collab because I loved her sound, I loved her voice, and I loved her style of writing. So yeah, we have that in end of March. Me and Elise Legrau from Canada, not from Paris, but from Canada. And it's called Temptation. And that's all I can say about it.
Don't worry, we can wait. Now I'm more tempted about to wait about this listening.
That's cool. That's good to hear.
I hope I probably have the chance to hear that track before the release, because I'm really proud to say that I and youBEAT are attending, and we are happy about it, your Circus show at Printworks London next 12th February. We will be there. Really cool. And we would like to, I would like to understand if everything is ready, because it's my first time in London and my first time at Printworks. And I'm really excited about your show and also of your lineup, the lineup you choose to support yourself.
Yeah, it's a big show. It's in Printworks, which is an old abandoned print factory turned into a club. It's a really cool venue, and I've played there before. It's going to be 5,000 people, and I think in 3 days it's going to be sold out. So it's going to be a full room packed. And I brought guys like Super Lover. It's a recent signee on Big Top Amsterdam. So he's from Berlin. He makes really, really cool house records. You got to check it out. We have Regar, who is also having a release on Big Top Amsterdam. So it's a lot of guys from the label actually that are going to release on the label, and that I am a personal fan of. So I really made the lineup like, this is the sound I want to represent. And also with Chuben Berger, obviously, and Emily Nash, and the whole lineup is a representation of what I like and what I listen to, like the kind of house music that I like.
I'm so excited about this show because I would like to attend also your Circus show in Amsterdam at Amsterdam Des Events, the last October, but unfortunately I can't join it.
Yeah,
So,
it was difficult times with COVID still, right?
but fortunately, 2022 is reopening everything, and now I can finally attend this show and live that experience, and also meet you in person.
Of course, definitely. No, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's going to be my biggest show since a very, very long time. So I will definitely feel the pressure on that to make it a very good night.
Don't worry. As a fan also of yourself, I'm proud to say that we feel your artistic way to express yourself in music. We feel, as also I've mentioned before, your influences, and it's really important to have a signature sound like yours. But we can feel it. Don't worry.
Thank you very much. That's the best compliment I can get, actually, to have people recognize your sound and to be a fan of a certain sound. And you will definitely hear a lot of new music the 12th. So have a good listen, because I also will preview some work that will be out later this year.
No, because, for example, we were discussing about the differences between an artist like you that, for example, released albums, that it's more than just a single, express something more about yourself, about your music, about the topic you would like to touch with your tracks. And it's important get this difference between release a single to let's be played everywhere, and to remain in a listener or in a dancer or in everyone who loves music.
Definitely. That was my goal with the albums as well. And that's the nice thing. You don't have to worry about it has to be good for radio with an album. You can just make whatever you want. And that's why I make the albums, to do that as well, next to the singles, of course.
Yeah, but your music is so good also for radio. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's hope.
We definitely close our questions for now. So I'm really thanks for this meet and greet or interview, or both, because
it was everything at the same time.
Everything, because I probably asked you the same thing if it was just a meet and greet, because unfortunately, or fortunately, as I would like to say, I'm trying to be a part of music industry, and these are all the questions are made by myself. Because
it's really nice. I have to give you the compliments for that. It's good questions, like actual nice questions that when I hear them, I'm like, okay, these are fun for me as well to answer.
We try, and I try to ask every artist I get the opportunity to interview something different from the common interviews, because a lot of artists get, I don't know, 20, 30 interviews with the same questions. And after the second one... I
always get the same question. Where does the name Bakermat come from? Always. Siempre. Always.
Okay, so thank you so much. If you would like to say hello to youBEAT, also to all our fans, I'm really proud, because this video will probably posted on our channels. And cool. Thanks again, really, thanks.
Thanks, you guys at youBEAT from Bakermat here from Amsterdam. Thank you very much.